Hello Virgo, welcome to your June 2014 Runescope. My name is Amanda. Just want to remind you to watch the video for your rising sign to get some clarification on things that are presented in this very general sun sign reading. The rising sign can help narrow things down for you a little bit or give you other areas of life that may be lit up for you in June. Of course, the only way to get a reading specifically for you is to schedule one with me. I do those on Skype and they're $65 for a half-an-hour session. Drop me a line at the email address below this video if you want to set up an appointment. It can take me a few days to get back to you if there are quite a few people ahead of you, so please be patient. I promise I will get back to you to set up an appointment. And I also wanted to mention that since the Google Plus takeover of YouTube, people have been emailing me saying their comments are disappearing, that they're commenting on my videos, but I'm not getting them. And first of all, I'm very sorry about this. I'm just as upset because I like to read my comments. I do read all of my comments. But since Google Plus took over, they've just been disappearing sometimes. I don't delete comments. I only delete nasty troll-like comments because I won't have that kind of negativity on my channel. Or spam. I mean, I will delete those things. But other than that, I'm sorry if you have posted a comment to me and it's just disappeared into the ether. I don't really have any control over that. It is a problem though that everyone's been having. Also, if you ask me a question and post it through Google Plus, I can't reply to it on YouTube, and I don't go to Google Plus. They forced a profile on me, but I don't use that. So it's kind of my way of protesting. So if you do have a question, post it up through YouTube and I'll do my best to get that answered for you. But let's jump into June, Virgo, so I can take a look at what's going on for you. Your challenge in June, or the environment in June. For a lot of you, Virgo, your focus is going to be on home, your family, your domestic situation, your living situation. For some of you, this could be property. Maybe you're looking to buy or sell property. This can also be an inheritance or an estate issue. You're dealing with that. Because we have a Mercury retrograde in June, there may be delays around that. But, you know, I see this, it's just going to be temporary. So, I mean, sit tight. Just be patient in June and kind of go with the flow as best you can. With Mercury retrograde, there are always delays. For some of you, though, this may be working in the sense that there is someone in your home, a family member or someone who, I mean, you have just given chance after chance. You've been as patient as you could, hoping that things would turn around, hoping that things would get better. But this person just has taken advantage of that in the sense that it seems like they know that they can get out, that you're never going to do anything about this. They can just do and behave as badly as they want, and you're never going to do anything about this. Now, for some of you, this may be a child. If you're a teacher, this could be a student. I mean, there are a lot of different ways this could work. This could be a coworker who takes advantage of you. It could be your partner. I mean, you know, if somebody has disrespected you again and again and you just don't kick them out. What June is saying, Virgo, and if something happens in June, it's almost like you don't even, if it happens again in June, it's almost like, you know, it's become the norm. And intuitively, Virgo, you know that this is a bad situation, that you're either going to have to find a way to turn it around or be done with it. And maybe this is something you've just been too afraid to face. And in June, for whatever reason, maybe it comes to a head, or maybe you just reach the end of your very long rope with this person, Virgo. But what I see is you being very smart about picking your moment to confront this situation or this person. Yeah, because what I'm getting is that you feel like you've been lied to or deceived in some way, Virgo. Some of you. I mean, that's what I see coming up as the main kind of how this issue comes to a head, is you feel this person's not being honest with you, and this won't be the first time you felt this way. Maybe you've caught this person in lies before, and they're just not learning their lesson. Because it seems like you have raked them over the coals, or, you know, demanded apologies, or, you know, said this is the last time, but you keep kind of not following through on whatever it is you say you're going to do. In some cases, Virgo, maybe this is you. Maybe you are the one who is, you know, been given chance after chance. It can be you guys. But generally Virgos expect to work hard, whether it's a relationship or a job or whatever. So, I mean, this is somebody who's slacking off in their responsibilities, either on the job, around the home, something like that. For those of you who are looking to buy or sell property, it could be a real estate agent who is just really not coming through for you in June, and you may decide to can that person and get someone new if you're serious about moving house or finding a new property. You just may be met with all sorts of delays if you're trying to move in June. Again, with the Mercury retrograde, not an ideal time to make large purchases. Not an ideal time to move or travel if you can avoid it. Travel long distances anyway. But some of you may leave the home if there's an argument. You may storm out, or you may this person who's causing the problems may storm out. I mean, it looks like a resolution can be reached, but you may not be happy with the resolution, Virgo. It's like you've just... The universe is saying, how many times do you have to go through this? How many times are you going to put yourself through this with this person? Is it worth it? What are you gaining from this? These are kind of the questions that you may be asking yourself in June. How many times do I have to go through this? How many more times do I want to go through this? Well, you don't want to go through it anymore. You don't want to be going through it again. But you keep kind of going back to the same stuff. But I think in June, you may just, again, like I said, Virgo, be super done. Because this person's never going to change. I think you know that by now. You've had more than enough proof. This person is never going to change, you know? You may be trying, I know it's good to try to see the good in all people, but sometimes it's just not there. You know, it's just not there. And no amount of time is going to make it appear. So just keep that in mind in June. Help that's going to be available to you is going to come from other family members, and also from financial areas. If you are looking for a new job, if you need, perhaps if you are looking to leave a relationship and you're going to need to make more money, you're going to find that opportunities are out there for you. Opportunities are available to you. You may find a job opportunity through a family member. Those of you who are looking for a new job that's going to pay you more money, or a second job to kind of supplement your income, bring in some more cash, you're going to be in the right place at the right time to hear about something. Some of you may not even be looking to change jobs, and it's just you hear about something through a close friend or family member. It's like, hey, you would be perfect for this. You should check out this place. Or, you know, your cousin got on at this place and she can get you on there too. They've got an opening, something like that. Again, luck around financial things for you, Virgo. You really have kind of the Midas touch in June. And for you, I'm not really seeing difficulties around starting new jobs in June. For a lot of the other signs, you know, and in general, just with Mercury retrograde, not a good time to sign contracts because there might be fine print that you overlook. But as long as you are vigilant about that, and you Virgos have such great attention to detail, very little escapes your notice. So, you know, and that could be why, you know, starting a new job, accepting a new job, looking for a new job in June is going to be fine for you. Also, if you need financial assistance to get out of a situation or to leave a situation, that would be available to you as well. Family, again, or close friends would come through for you if you need a place to stay, you know, for a while, or somebody to help you find a place to stay. All of those options are going to be available to you as long as you just let people know that you need that help. They're going to be happy to help you. What can't be changed about June is that if you're delaying leaving a bad partnership situation, and again, this can be personal or financial. This, you know, anytime we are in a job, we are in a partnership with a company. So this card would come up for leaving a job as well. The longer you stay in a bad situation, the longer you're putting off that new beginning. the longer you stay with someone who doesn't deserve you, the longer you're putting off being with someone who does. Why do you want to do that to yourself? That's kind of what the universe is asking you, Virgo. If you're staying with somebody who doesn't deserve you, who just lies to you again and again, takes advantage of you again and again, move on to that new beginning. Don't delay this anymore. Get rid of this person. Let them be somebody else's problem. You know, if they've lied to you and this involved another person, let that person have them, because there's somebody out there better for you, and who's really going to be on your wavelength and see things in the way that you do. And again, I see you seeking outside support, seeking advice from other people. Try to get advice from somebody who's objective. Maybe you're just too close to the situation to see things clearly. Maybe you need someone to tell you, kind of like I am, you know, the particulars or the way they see it from the outside. Because again, I don't know the particular situation unless you schedule a reading with me. But yeah, somebody around you who sees it from the outside in can maybe offer you just the advice that you need in June, Virgo. So take them up on that. You're being treated unfairly and in some way, and you need to rectify that situation. If you don't rectify it, Virgo, on your own, the universe will do it, and it's always better if we have the control, and I know that you'll agree with me on that. All of you earth signs would agree with me on that. It's always better if we have the control. You don't want the universe doing it through some means that, you know, is out of your hands. Because if you wait too much longer, Virgo, that's going to be the way it goes down. And it's going to be, you know, it'll still be for the better, but it's going to be more difficult to kind of roll with the changes. It's always better to change it on your own. But no, I see a victory coming for you in June, Virgo, that you have no idea is even there right now when you're watching this, especially if you're watching this in May. There's something that comes out in June, or someone who maybe is interested in you romantically that may declare their feelings in June that you had no idea. But it may just be the boost of confidence you need to kind of move forward. Again, this could be going back to this job opportunity that you maybe weren't even looking. You weren't even thinking about taking on a second job part-time, or you weren't even thinking about switching jobs, and then somebody's like, hey, you should check this out. But yeah, it seems like this may come with some delays. I mean, there may be some sort of delay around this, but it looks like you'll be able to put this off until July, which will be ideal. So you could avoid the Mercury retrograde reprimand or advice of not starting a new job in a Mercury retrograde. But no, I see something making you very joyful by the end of June. And it does seem to be, for most of you, connected to getting rid of a negative influence and jumping right into a positive one. So it seems like, you know, if this is a relationship, you'll be getting out of that and going to a new job. You know, there'll be something, or a new person. If this is a bad job situation that's had you down, you're going to get out of that and go to a new job, or, you know, a new relationship to take your mind off the crappy job until you can find a new one. So it's all about balance. Things have been unbalanced. June is the first steps, and it may be uncomfortable, but what's happening is things are trying to be balanced out. You know, things have been like this, and now June is trying to balance things out, and that's uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable, but it's all leading to a better place. It's all leading to getting negative things and people out of your life, Virgo. And if it's shocking, if it comes about in a shocking way, if you feel jarred and unprepared, it's just because you've waited too long. It's just because, you know, you do need to get out of this situation, and the universe thinks you need some help. Ultimately, by the end of June, I think you're going to see that. And I do think there are going to be some surprises that are good. It's not all bad, Virgo. Because I see you being very joyful and ending the month in June feeling just very positive, maybe more positive than you've felt in a long time. Some of you may need to get away. And I feel like you may be staying with a friend, again, staying with a family member. I don't think this is a planned vacation. It may just be, oh, I can't deal with this. Like, you call in sick to work, take a 3-day weekend, something like that. You know, that may be how you just take a mental health day and really use that time to gather your thoughts and get a plan together for how you want to proceed by the end of June. So that's what I see, Virgo. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you back here in July.